Hey guys, this is Michael with Cloud Alien Marketing, and today we're going to talk about how to make money blogging. And this is kind of for the new person just getting online, kind of trying to figure out what to do, where to start, and so forth. And I think the best place you can start is probably in a blog, something that you're passionate about, or maybe some sort of storefront, and we'll get into that here shortly. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's talk about blogging basics. Picking a niche. So picking a topic, for example, that you want to talk about, something that does have some form of, I guess, traffic or an audience online. You need to find some content for your blog. You need, on a daily basis, you need to submit blog posts, for example. You need to find content. Essentially, what you're doing is you're creating uh, a place for people to come and listen to your content, read your content, or even listen to your content if you decide to do podcasting, for example. But you need to have a source where you can actually build content for people to come and enjoy. What you need is website hosting and WordPress templates. Now, you do not necessarily need website hosting, but I highly recommend it, and we'll talk about that here in a bit. And then obviously you want to monetize your blog because you do eventually want to make money online from your blog, and I'll show you some ways how to do that. And lastly, like I always say, traffic, 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 and I always say it 3 times because just like in real estate, location, location, location. Well, online it's traffic, traffic, traffic. You need traffic in order to survive online if you want to actually have a successful business. So picking a niche, like I said before, you need to have a passion for it. I recommend going into a micro niche, and I'll give you an example with like soccer. So soccer is very broad. You can narrow it down and say, well, soccer shoes, and then you can even get more specific and say Nike soccer shoes. You can even get more specific than that if you choose to, but this is just giving you an idea of how you can just kind of drill down and get into the micro niche of whatever topic you want to talk about. Keyword research, you can use Google's Keyword Planner tool. You have to have an AdWords account for that. You can also have people find the correct keywords for you that you want to target. And then a silo site is what I recommend. And what is a silo site? Well, it's about 3 to 5 keywords, which will eventually be your categories. And it's keywords that have significant traffic. What you want is to find keywords that have about, I'd say, between at least greater than 5,000 uh, searches per month, and then you can tailor or taper it down from there. But you want to have a lot of searches for whatever particular topic that you're talking about. Content for your blog. Uh, like I said before, you want to have daily blog posts. I highly recommend that. And it can just be short stuff. It doesn't have to be a term paper every single day, but definitely you want to have some content up there to keep people engaged. They want to come to you for answers, so you're kind of providing a solution to people on a daily basis. I recommend writing your own content and posting it to ezine.com. You can go to ezine.com and create an account there and create your own content. Uh, I also recommend, if you don't want to have, say, a blog on a daily basis, you can have an auto blog or like an Amazon storefront site. I'll give you an example of one of mine. It's prostatefoods.com. I do really well with this site. This site just runs on autopilot. I've done a lot of search engine optimization on this site, and I get just plenty of organic traffic that flows into this site, and I get a lot of sales coming in. You can research more about Amazon storefront sites at getamazonstore.info. And you can also have content created for you. I highly recommend this um, if you don't have the time. You can go to cloudalien.com/content and learn more about that. There's plenty of people out there that can easily write for as little as about $5 for about 300 words, or $10 for about 500 words or more. And they can provide that content for you on a daily basis if you choose to. It can get fairly expensive, so depending on your budget, you may not have the opportunity to pay for that. So Website hosting and WordPress templates. Well, you can actually go to WordPress.com, Typepad.com, Blogger.com, Tumblr.com, and you can actually create your own blogs on these sites for free. You don't need to have hosting to have your own blog online. However, I strongly recommend having your own hosting, and that means getting a domain. You can go to GoDaddy, for example, or you can actually go to the hosting company. I use Bluehost. I think they're a great hosting company, and you can go. They have multiple WordPress templates. There's more flexibility and better control of your traffic, so you can actually control who's coming to your site. There's a lot more plugins that you can use and so forth using WordPress um, over, say, Typepad, Blogger, Tumblr, and there's a lot of other ones. You can search it yourself. But for as little as $3.95 a month, you can get started with Bluehost. You can go to getbluehost.info there. Now, monetizing your blog, you want to have banners, for example. If you're in the soccer niche, you might want to have some soccer banners on there, or whatever you have. You can go to ClickBank, Amazon, eBay, Neverblue, Zaxa. Those are some of the other type of affiliate programs that are out there that you can sign up with, and you can search them yourself just by doing a Google search. You can have affiliate links that are built into your text, so it kind of just runs with your blog post, for example, and I call that soft selling. You can also sell banner space, which I highly recommend. You can go to adsharemarket.com and list your site on there for sale, the actual banner space for sale. And depending on how much traffic you can get advertisers that'll come on and actually buy your banner space for you or from you. Now, traffic. Like I said, I always say this 3 times, but you can buy instant traffic using pay-per-click, cost per view, or solo ads. With pay-per-click networks, there's AdShareMarket, like I mentioned, Bing, 7Search, LookSmart, Google, Facebook. There's a lot of other pay-per-click networks out there. These are just the ones I tend to use more often. There's CPV networks that I use, Traffic Fans, Lead Impact, Media. The cost per view networks, there's most of these networks will allow you to have a certain height and width, and that's usually 800 by 600, for example, or 750 by 550, depending on the network itself, so you would have to ask. But essentially what these are like pop-ups, so people would come to a site and then you can advertise on that site. For example, CNN.com, and if you have some sort of newsworthy pop-up that you want to be displayed, you can display it on CNN.com or over CNN.com. So you can go to those sites as well and get more information. And then search engine optimization to drive the organic traffic. This traffic takes the longest. It is free, but it does take the longest to get. But you also want to make sure that your website is properly formatted for the search engines, and that's why I also recommend self-hosting and using WordPress.com. The other place you can go to get free videos, free reports, traffic reports, and so forth is Traffic Generation Club. It's a free membership. It's a $27 value, and you can go to cloudalien.com/traffic for that. To continue with traffic, send traffic to landing pages to build up your list. This is very important. I would say the most important thing, and when I first got started doing this several years ago, it's exactly what I was doing. I was sending traffic to lists, building up those lists. I still send stuff to these lists on a I'd say a weekly basis at this point, but it's very important that you're funneling your traffic. You're actually all your traffic sources are coming into, just think of it as a funnel, and as you build these lists and so forth, that's when you start actually making and generating a lot of money, because Imagine having 10, 20, 30,000 people on your list, say your soccer list, if you started a soccer website like I mentioned before. Well, those are the people that you retarget to. You essentially retarget to these people or remarket to these people. So the money is definitely in the list. That's where you want to concentrate your efforts. And when you're sending this traffic, this paid traffic, you always want to funnel them in to a landing page. You can optimize your traffic sources. I recommend using FunnelFlux. It's a click tracking software. You can go to funnelflux.info. It's an amazing software. It's very newbie friendly, and I've been using it now for over a month, and it's just great. Also, what I recommend is you can find out where your customers are hanging out online. You can go to forums, Yahoo Answers, other blogs. You can do guest posting, for example. I call it guest blogging, but as well you can do that. And I highly recommend learning where your customers are, because that's where you're going to want to go. Find them and then drive them back to you. Now, once again, I want to mention cloudalien.com/traffic. You will receive free traffic videos and reports. It is a $27 value. Really appreciate your time. That's it for now, and have a great day from Cloud Alien Marketing.